welcome to BHSTV on Channel 7. I'm Mr. Siemens. We have Mrs. G on live location. Mrs. G?
Thank you, Mr. Siemens. Today we have some updates for you as well as some messages from other staff members. Back to you, Mr. Siemens.
Thank you, Mrs. G. For our first segment, we go to our fearless leader, Mrs. High, for the principal's report. Mrs. High.
Thank you, Mr. Siemens, and hello, Beachy families. Just a few updates from the principal's desk. First of all, as you may have seen last week, we'd like to acknowledge this year's Beachy graduates, Sam Weens and Blair Flatchard. Good luck in your future endeavors, boys. Kindergarten registration forms and high school course selection forms have gone home to families. We look forward to planning for next year. We've had a great response to our offer of an additional one school, one book reading activity. 11 elementary families have opted to join us in reading Mr. Popper's Penguins after the long weekend. We'd like to invite families to pick up their copies of the novel from the drop box on Sunday or thereafter. By that time, books will have sat long enough to be safe. As you may have all seen, we have moved the drop box to the east side of the main entrance doors so to keep it out of the wind. In Beachy staff news, I'd like to thank our hardworking staff who are working tirelessly to ensure families are getting the support they need. Teachers and EAs are online with students each day, as well as planning learning materials. Kathy is keeping the office running from her home and making sure everything is ready for next year, including online data and supply orders. Mrs. Blankiron is finding reading materials for students and supporting us all virtually. And last but not least, Mrs. Snow has been cleaning every inch of our building to ensure it is safe for us all to return, whenever that may be. Thank you, everyone. I'm so grateful to have a wonderful team. I'd like to say one more time to parents that if you are finding you need anything from us to feel supported but not overwhelmed, please reach out to your child's teachers. We are ultimately focused on the hope that we will all get through this safely as healthy, intact families, and our job will be to continue to support you as you are home with your children. Take care, everyone, and back to you, Mr. Siemens.
Thank you very much, Mrs. High. And now, Mrs. G has a special yearbook report.
There's nothing wrong with that thing. Sorry. There we go. All right, it is time for the yearbook report. We are still creating the yearbook, and it is definitely a year to remember. You're going to want to have a copy of this one. We're still working on it distance-wise, and we've got lots of pictures to go in there from learning at home, but we need more. So if you guys have not emailed in some pictures yet, please send those in right away so that we can add you into the yearbook. Ordering is done online, and the deadline for ordering is coming up. So make sure you do that so that you have your yearbook, and have a fantastic day. Back to you, Mr. Siemens.
Thank you, Mrs. G. In other news, students have been participating in online learning all across the RM of Victory. They have been meeting with their teachers and learning from home. All teachers would like to extend their thanks to the students and the parents for being so incredible during this challenging time.
As well, we're going to be participating in another One School, One Book activity. This time we're going to read Mr. Popper's Penguins. This is voluntary, but if you signed up for it, watch for comprehension questions coming your way.
It's sure supposed to be a good book. I'm excited to read it.
I can't wait to go lay in my hammock outside and read it now that it's so nice outside.
Speaking of being outside, Mrs. D has a physical fitness update for us. Mrs. D?
Thank you, Mr. Siemens. Hello, Blazer fans, and welcome to the Phys Ed and Wellness portion of our show. The cold weather has been stalling a lot of our outdoor activities, but that hasn't stopped our Blazer families from being active. Reports show students climbing trees to help with spring cleanup, riding bikes around their farms and town, cutting grass, raking leaves, making obstacle courses, and playing catch. Way to go, Blazers, ain't nothing gonna break your stride. In upcoming news, please check on the Dubusaw Phys Ed page for our virtual toss and catch challenge. Please send videos to Mrs. D as soon as possible and you'll be added to the video. Also, the request has been made to offer some at-home fitness testing. You've heard it, Blazer fans, you can jump for joy. Mrs. D is finding a way to bring beep test to you. Stay tuned. In closing, I want to thank each and every Blazer family for showing so much beachy pride while away from school, participating in spirit days, posting your active photos, completing school assignments, staying connected, and helping your families at home is something we can all be very proud of. Stay active, stay healthy, and stay connected. Back to you, Mr. Siemens.
Thank you, Mrs. D. I'm excited to see how the beep test at home will work. I bet all of you are excited too.
We'd like to send a special message to our graduates, Sam and Blair. Even though we're not at school and you didn't get the graduation that you expected, we're absolutely thinking of you and wishing you the best as we bring this year to a close.
We wish you two the best of luck going forward. We know that you will succeed in whatever career path you may choose. We would also like to reiterate the message from Mrs. High about the assignment box being moved.
Yes, it is now located on the east side of the main entrance, not the west. The wind did not agree with it being over on the west side.
And I'm sure Mrs. Snow doesn't want to go chasing down assignments anymore.
I bet the kids wouldn't mind a few lost assignments.
And last but not least, we have some updates on student home learning. Can we play the tape? All right, we've got Miss Denning here. She's got her workstation set up, and of course, she's got her trusty cup of coffee beside her.
And there's Mrs. D with her helpers beside her. They must be in shape having phys ed class with her every day.
I see Mrs. Rugness has got a little helper as well. I think that's Jill, and she must be helping her do some work.
And there's Mrs. Snow. Speaking of work, she's been working so hard to clean every inch of our school. Our west boot room has never been this spotless through a spring before. Thanks for all your great work, Mrs. Snow.
Okay, here's some good pictures. I see Macklin's got her donkey there. I'm sure she's loving being around with all her animals.
Oh, and there's Petey, I see, with Kathy. I wonder if he's getting some extra walks right now with Kathy at home.
Okay. Oh, there's Havana. She's got her two dogs right beside her. I'm sure Havana loves being around her dogs and going for walks and playing with them all the time.
Well, it looks like Herman's are busy in the barn and outside. They've got lots of animals to take care of.
Now we've got Dallas. Looks like he's spending some time with his dog as well. Must be nice having all that room to run around and play fetch in. Good job.
Oh, and there's Brooklyn. She's got 2 dogs. I wonder if she can train them to eat her homework.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Oh, Ben, that is an interesting hat. I'm pretty sure that's not what it's supposed to be used for, but hey, I love the creativity.
And it looks like Baxter's and Mobises are busy helping out on the farm at this busy time, getting the calves ready for branding.
What wonderful pictures. We sure miss all of you. Well, that's everything we have. Thanks for tuning in and hope you're staying safe, healthy, and happy.
Thanks, Mr. Siemens, and thanks everyone for watching. Stay safe and stay healthy.